to a brand new episode of In the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers. I'm Luscious Barbie, and I'll be guiding you through today's episode. And I know you might see a different scenery. Today we are at Dallas College, and our special guest for today is Steve Deshazo. And now, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the man in the kitchen, connecting the dots from entertainment to food, giving us wisdom every day. Give it up for our host, Ricky Booker.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of In the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers. I'm your host, Ricky Booker. There are so many things in the world that brings us together. Good food, little conversation does it every time. And In the Kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers, we love feeding your soul. Today's, if you notice, we're on a little different set than we normally are. We're on the Dallas College campus. Today's guest, he's the Senior Director, Officer of Workforce Initiative. Let's give a warm welcome for Steve Deshazo. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to have you.
Yes, sir. Thanks for being here.
That's right.
Thanks for being here, man.
Pulled you out of your meetings, I see that.
Well, you know.
You make me a little nervous.
Oh, come on now.
No.
Me?
I'm messing with you, but
Yeah.
man, you know, it's a beautiful thing to be here on the Dallas College campus, and some of the things that you're doing to offer the students that's our upcoming chefs. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on and what we're actually getting ready to start doing here too as well.
Yep.
So, how does Dallas College help high schoolers?
So, you know, we have a great deal of partnerships across the whole Metroplex. You know, there's about 75 high schools in Dallas-Fort Worth that have culinary programs, and many of them are in your communities. You know, Mansfield ISD has an incredible program. Northwest ISD at Byron Nelson High School and Trophy Club, Frisco ISD, Plano ISD, Dallas. I mean, just all of the independent school districts have incredible culinary programs that participate through the Texas Pro Start program. That's part of the Texas Restaurant Association.
Right, and I've formerly done, I was a guest and also a judge at a couple of culinary high schools.
Yeah.
They did chop contests at Lancaster High School and City Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize how many chefs and youth and students that actually, and they were giving out grants and scholarships for you to be a chef. You know, I cooked all my life, but I never thought I would be doing it for a living one day. But now I see this many youth doing it. It's just, it's amazing to me. Let's talk discuss a little bit about the certificate and the degrees and the programs that y'all have here at Dallas College.
Sure thing. So, you know, we have associate's degrees in culinary arts, baking and pastry, and hospitality management. And we have certificates that lead into those degrees as well. We have foundation certificates and specialist certificates. All of those stack on top of each other to earn that degree. Right. And we also have a new youth apprenticeship program. Dallas College received a $5 million youth apprenticeship program, and we're going to be rolling that out this spring, summer, and starting in the fall for high school students. They can start working in the industry, earning a good wage, about $15 to $17 an hour.
Okay.
And start building those skills, earning credentials, and getting an education while they're still in high school. It's really incredible.
Now, Steve, are you a chef?
I have worked as a chef my entire adult life, and I was also a cook in the Navy for 5 years when I was younger. But, you know, about the last 10 years or so, I haven't really been in many kitchens because now, instead of feeding diners, I'm feeding our students with career opportunities.
We're going to talk a little bit more at the sit down because you ordered some breakfast, brother. So
I sure did. Chicken and waffles. I can't wait.
See if we can get the old Navy chef to give us our props on what we do.
I promise you.
But in time being, we're going to go back to the community and see what Luscious has going on.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Luscious Barbie, in the kitchen with the Breakfast Brothers, and we are at the Camp Wisdom location, and you know I gotta find out what the customers think about the food. Let's just find out. Come on, let's see. All right, so what did you get?
I got the combination of rice with the shrimp and chicken.
Okay, and then I see you got some sides, some sauce. What you get? What sauce you get? Is that the Henny sauce?
Nah, they say it's the signature sauce.
That's the KOD sauce. Hey, got that KOD sauce. Yeah, remember when I tell you they got a little spice, but it's all made here at the Breakfast Brothers. All right, what you get? Because you're taking something to go, so. Okay. The pancakes, eggs. I see you got a little chicken wing over there too. Okay. Maybe the pancakes. Let me say about the pancakes. It's nothing like your mama knows, so don't even try it, okay? Because it's better than that. But when I tell you that they got the crisp on the outside, the fluffiness on the inside, and it got crumble drizzled on top. But I can't tell you all the secret ingredients. All right, we're going to still go around the table. And I see you stuffing this to-go box. You got a lot of stuff going on over there. What you got?
I got the red velvet foie
Yeah, let me make some.
and
Yeah.
chicken, and also the lobster and shrimp.
You had the fried lobster tail? Did you? First of all, it was just like a little slight flakes. You had the fried lobster tail at the breakfast, brother? You did. Because it's a little variety on the menu. Like, you can get fried rice. You can get you some sausage, some grits. You can get your pancakes. You can get lobster tail shrimp. Come on now, come on. What did you get from breakfast today?
I got some fried ribs,
Fried ribs.
mac and cheese.
Okay. And then what you get?
Chicken and waffles, the potatoes, and
Okay. And then you got the grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's one of my favorites. Okay. And what you get? You got the chicken tenders? Some chicken tenders. Okay.
I got the fried pork chop.
Okay. Fried pork chop.
I got the pancake and chicken.
Okay. The pancake and bacon. You got some eggs. You got a little drink. What do y'all think? How did y'all find out about brunch?
TikTok.
On TikTok.
Yeah.
We not from this morning.
Okay, what part? What might be that?
No, you ain't. Where you from?
Okay, so my great family live in Plummerville. Okay. Plummerville, it's on the other side of Motown.
Oh, yeah. We used to say it.
If you say Conway, we cousins. Okay. But, okay, I found this on TikTok, so check out Breakfast Brothers on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, Breakfast Brothers on TikTok. Luscious on TikTok too. Anyway, I love when we have people that were on past episodes, so you can go watch the full episode on YouTube. But y'all, when I tell you, it's been so exciting today because I just left the Universal Soul Circus, and I'm gonna let them tell you exactly what just happened.
So explosive. It was universal. You know what I'm saying? And Ricky the Barber, Cardo, did his thing. Him and David Torrey, presented by Duna's Academy. We right around the corner for y'all. Welcome to Oak Cliff, all that. Y'all gotta check out Breakfast.
But you gotta tell them what you just did with the Universal Soul Circus. You gotta tell them about the Academy and the connection and how you just made a partnership history.
That's what's up. Now we just basically locked in with Universal Soul Circus to where we set the blueprint to where they're gonna do it all over the world. What we did today. So it's very explosive. So y'all tap in.
Y'all, it was amazing. Ricky Ricardo, you already know. You can watch his episode too. But y'all, when I tell you, if you trying to learn how to cut hair, if you already know how to cut hair, if you want to be an instructor, if you want to just come in and look, if you want to get a cut, let them know how to find you.
Duna's Academy, right here in Oak Cliff, right there on the edge of Duncanville, 4333 Gannon Lane, you know what I'm saying, right here. And you can reach us at 1833 Dunas.
So when you watch the show, when you come to Breakfast Brothers, you never know. You might end up with a haircut, you might eat some food, you might end up on TV. You'll never know. You might see Luscious Barbie. But whatever you do, just stay tuned. Because next time, you already know. Let's go.
All right, we're here at the sit down with Steve Deshazo here on the Dallas College campus. He ordered chicken and waffles, and our lovely Amber is bringing that.
Mr. Steve, are you ready
Hello.
for us to feed your son?
Thank you, Amber. It looks beautiful.
And I always have a thing. I always let everybody, every guest get started, and they take a couple bites.
Okay, all right.
Get started. So you did
Just
right.
gonna dig right in.
And once again, I say he had the chicken and waffles,
I'm gonna go for this sweet and spicy sauce first.
which is the KOD sauce.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You got that look, so we
The
touched it.
breading is delicious.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we talking. This is a, you told me earlier you was a chef in the Navy, so this is a chef from the Navy. He cooked for the officers. When you cook for the officers, that's a big deal.
I was the captain's cook for about 6
Okay,
months.
so yeah.
But the rest of the time, they put me down in the bottom of the ship in the storerooms because I was in charge of inventory. And in the Navy, they call that job the Jack of the Dust.
Why?
Because it's dusty and stuff
Dusty
down
there?
there. I don't know. It's an old Navy term.
Mm-hmm.
But what's funny is I was also in charge of all the working parties to bring the food on. And so they would say, muster a 100-man working party on the hangar deck with Petty Officer Deshazo.
Uh-huh.
And people, instead of the Jack of the Dust, they would call me the Jerk of the Dirt because I made them all work a lot.
So you didn't go down there in the bottom in that white uniform, that Navy uniform.
Oh, no. Oh, man. That Henny sauce.
Yeah, that's a Henny sauce.
That's delicious.
And we actually had those. You can get those on the market. You can get them at the store at Breakfast Brothers up.
That's awesome. Love it.
All right.
Love it, man. Thank you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep eating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm
we're gonna start talking. You know, it's kind of like being at home. Just we're gonna eat and talk. You're gonna eat and talk.
I'm gonna keep eating. Yeah.
I asked you a few things about Dallas College and the culinary side of what it does, and you told me early on all the things y'all do. Well, let's get in the deep depth of what kind of support system does Dallas College have for to offer students to continue their career.
So, Dallas College is a massive institution, and some of the viewers might remember it as the Dallas County Community College District and 7 colleges around the county. And a couple of years ago, we reorged and unified into a single college called Dallas College, and now we have about 20 locations. We have our 7 main campuses and then a bunch of community centers. And here we're sitting in the Dallas College Culinary, Pastry, and Hospitality Center.
Right.
So it's a huge organization, and our primary goal is to change lives through higher education. And that higher education may be our associate's degrees and certificates that are part of our academic programs, but they also might be, workforce development programs, apprenticeship programs, and other programs. We also have a new phrase that we call career-connected learning.
Okay.
So that we help our students enroll in a career, basically.
Right.
And it's not only about the academics and education, but Dallas College also offers all kinds of wraparound programs, safety net programs, emergency aid programs, because many of our students, coming to school is often life gets in the way of coming to school.
Right.
Their car breaks down, somebody's sick. And so we have all kinds of programs to help our students be successful in their classes.
So in the terms of what you say, life, they have no excuses to deter them away from getting their degrees and moving on and being successful.
Exactly.
as a chef.
And we want to help them be successful.
Right.
It's super important.
That's
yeah.
I won't say that's uncommon, but that's uncommon.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, because I had that now with staff. Someone's car's going flat, someone engine, someone get their car repo. Those things that necessary life comes involved. Sometimes we don't always have those incentives that y'all have as a student on the work at the workplaces. But here, when you say pastry, every individual here at this campus. Matter of fact, how big is this campus?
So
I caught you.
sorry. No, that's all right.
We talked.
It's good. This campus used to be the Le Cordon Bleu School. And they closed. It was a great program, a little pricey. And they closed down about 6 years ago. Very quickly, Dallas College got onto this property, and we negotiated a lease, and we have a 10-year lease here. It's a 50,000 square foot world-class culinary training facility.
Wow.
We have 10 kitchens of different configurations, a full restaurant that we're sitting in, all kinds of office space and classrooms. And we also co-locate the Texas Restaurant Association here in this building, because those industry partners are super important to connecting our students to their careers.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about, you say pastry and hospitality. Let's talk a little bit about the difference with hospitality and the customer service side, because a lot of times people don't understand what hospitality means when it comes to the restaurant side.
So, hospitality is what you experience every time you step outside of your home and you leave your home. Everybody needs food, water, and shelter. And that's what the hospitality industry provides. And it's not just those physical things that people need, but also emotional things. When you go to a restaurant and your waiter or waitress is serving you and is kind to you and is taking care of every need, that's hospitality.
Right.
And so not only does it contribute to your physical health when you eat fine, fresh foods, but also your emotional health when you're served with a true hospitality spirit.
Right, and sometimes people never understood that part of it because they just look at it as customer service. So the hospitality side of it is a little bit different too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you say that Dallas College, this campus is pastry, now do y'all just pretty much do all pastry and baking here?
So, culinary arts is the hot food kitchen. And then our pastry program, which we have an incredible pastry program here, you learn all the different categories of baked goods, whether it's like French patisserie or bread baking, cake decorating, and then, pies, tarts, and cookies.
Which we had cookies today. A lot of students was bringing us some of the cookies.
Y'all did. Yeah, we have 2 pastry classes going today, actually. You have breads and rolls class and a fundamentals of baking class.
Okay. So what, coming from the Navy to where you're at now, what plan did you have? Did you know that you was going to end up being a director of a culinary college? Or?
Well, I always wanted to be a chef. I mean, my first job when I was 15 years old was in Mesquite in about 1982 at a restaurant called J.J. Muggs.
Okay.
And I breaded onion rings all day, basically. And then I used the scraps of the onions to make pico de gallo.
Okay.
And then I would make guacamole, avocados and pico de gallo, mix it together.
Right.
And I loved my job then. When I joined the Navy, the thing that I learned most in the Navy was how to use professional development to advance my career and earn more money. Because that's how it is in the military. You move up in rank and you have to achieve the different certifications and qualifications to move up in rank.
Okay.
And same thing in a professional career. And that was the most valuable learning I got out of my military experience.
Okay, so when you got to the point when you got out of the military, when did you finally transition into Dallas College?
So I worked in industry for about, 8 or 10 years after I got out of the Navy. And I owned a catering business during that time. And when I sold my catering business, I was trying to find my next job, my next career move. And I found a high school culinary teacher job at Wiley High School in Wiley, Texas.
Okay.
And just everything that I'd ever done in my life came to bear when I was in that classroom full of teenagers. That was an experience, I'm telling you. Yeah.
So how do you get people, I won't say people, but students, to be directed and focused towards being chefs? Is it hard? Explain, because I hadn't been in the classes. Like I said, I just been a judge at competitions, but I've never been in an 8 hours, 5 day a week type of situation with them.
Well, with students in high school, the most important thing you can do is form a relationship with them so that they trust you, and be kind to them, create a culture of care in the classroom, and an inspirational teaching and learning environment. And so all of my success in the education business, and so I got that high school teaching job almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
And so those are the things that I currently still use in my career to motivate students, and our incredible faculty that we have here at Dallas College also does that, to inspire them to follow a career of service in the hospitality industry. And usually people who progress in their careers in this industry, it's because we have a natural hospitality spirit.
Right.
We like taking care of people and serving people. And, you ask any chef, what's your favorite part of your job? And they say, serving a beautiful plate of food to my diners and watching them enjoy it.
That's my favorite part too, watching
It's
people
instant
be
gratification.
happy. And I cringe if someone don't have a proper experience with Breakfast Brothers. I can't sleep at night. It bothers me. So and I can see how you care about being a director. So I know the students, you kind of like the movie Lean on Me, movie Mr. Carter, the principal, everybody love you. So.
Well, we have an incredible team here.
Yeah.
And, I'm not really part of this academic program. Our department chair, Sheila Hyde.
I wouldn't have never guessed.
Our incredible faculty. I work in workforce and advancement, so I connect students to careers. But, I can't help it.
Right.
This, the students are where it's at.
I know if I was going to school when it's time for me to get my career, I want to be connected to Mr. Deshazo.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and the rest of our incredible team.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let everybody know if they want to become a student, they want to get some information, let them know how they can get that information.
So it's easy. DallasCollege.edu/culinary.
Phone number?
DallasCollege.edu/culinary.
Get all the information.
Go to that website. You can request information. You can send emails. My name is on it for workforce and industry connections. And our department chair, Sheila Hyde, is also on there. And she's the boss of this academic program.
So if there's any grants or any initiative and thing, it'll be on all of that.
All kinds of it, and you can contact both me or Sheila. Also, our financial aid department, our success coaches at Dallas College. We have an incredible team here of people who are working to serve the members of our community.
Okay. I know it's one more thing before we get out of here. I wanted to ask: Do y'all have online classes as well, or y'all don't have them?
So we do have online classes, but because this is a hands-on
Right.
craft, all of our cooking and baking classes are in person.
Okay.
But we do have several of our other, lecture classes are delivered in an online modality.
Okay. Reason why I ask because we're still in that space to where sometimes people still not getting out and they rather do online classes.
Right.
So,
Right.
Okay. All right, Steve. Thank you so
Ricky.
much for having us and
Thank you all.
letting us use
Yeah.
your campus, your beautiful campus as well.
Anytime.
And once again, I always let people repeat. Tell everyone that where they can get it, just in case if they miss it. They went to the
Absolutely.
bathroom and didn't catch it,
Yep.
so let them know.
DallasCollege.edu/culinary.
Okay. And if you want something on the menu from Breakfast Brothers, like Steve had here, chicken and waffles,
Man.
we have 3 locations now. Our foundation location is in Arlington, 6 days a week. We close on Tuesdays, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And our second location is Redbird area, is 3704 West Camp Wisdom. We open 7 days a week there, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And our newest location, if you want overnight early a.m.s, we're at 921 West Commerce Street, and that's Breakfast Brothers Express. Once again, if you need anything else, breakfastbrothers.com for our catering, for our food truck, any events that you have to keep up with Breakfast Brothers. Until the time, I'm your host, Ricky Booker. See you guys next week.
What up, where it's your man Dream with Dream Motivates, here with my big brother, my man that is inspiring me every day to be a better business owner, celebrating him and his new venture right here, Breakfast Brothers Express.
Yeah.
Listen, man, after the store in Arlington, you kicked back and you did the Redbird in about a year, and now you kick back and now you got the Express. How do you feel at this very moment to see things come into fruition for your life?
Well, I see it because God gave it to me, but I feel so good about it. But I'm already seeing the next one, and the next one, and the next one. He ain't told me to stop yet. So, when the movement starts, as long as you're doing right and taking the direction that he gave you, man, I wake up in the middle of the night about visions about what to do with Breakfast Brothers. Breakfast Brothers became a brand. I look around here today, people wearing hats, people wearing jackets, T-shirts. It's amazing. So I wanted to make sure that we develop a express part of Breakfast Brothers to extend the hours for people that can't get to the full-blown, full-service restaurant. So that's where that came about.
What do you feel that separates you between other brands and other business owners right now? Because one of my favorite things that I like that you're doing, and you do it very well, you will always bring culture to the Breakfast Brothers and the brand, and you're always in the environment helping and giving back to the community. But in your eyes, the way your vision goes, like you're already seeing this store number 4, store number 5, 6, and 7. What separates you? And we just kind of want to learn a lesson because you're going so fast. What lesson could you teach anybody right now that's looking to try to scale your business as quickly as you are?
The thing is about it is stay focused on your situation. And that's the reason why I can share everything, because I don't believe in competition. I believe that God gave each individual their own vision. So what God have you in store for you, no one else can take. That's the reason why track got 6 lanes. Everybody is in their own lane. Now, if you get to the race and all y'all tied, it's a different story. But if y'all in one lane, y'all gonna run over the top of each other because people is always faster than the other. And then sometimes, the vision of what people see and what your thought process is, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And then when you get to the point where it's right for you, anything that you ever done in your life, it seems so much easier. It still work. It's nothing easy, but it still work. But the benefit off of that, I just believe in what God have for you. When Breakfast Brothers slow down, is because God made it slow down.
Right.
People get involved. I want to stay very humble to the point. Yeah, it is me putting in the work and the energy, but at the end of the day, we say this all the time, it's God that's doing it. And sometimes if people that don't believe that there's a higher individual than what you are on this earth, I feel sorry for you, but I just stay in what's in my lane. You said culture. Our culture, I won't even say our culture. I just believe anybody that got warrants. I know I always jump into a whole nother concept. Anybody got warrants and tickets and all that, you're always looking in your rearview mirror.
Right.
Because you're nervous, you're going to get pulled over, go to jail or whatever.
Yeah.
But once you get them tickets and the warrants cleared up, you don't have to look in the rearview mirror no more. So that's where I look at success.
That's right.
If you're looking in the rearview mirror, you're not focused on what it is that you need to be doing in your lane. Rearview mirror, I don't ever look in my car for nothing. I look in my left mirror or my right mirror to switch lanes. I'm looking in the rearview mirrors because I'm afraid of what's going on behind me.
So you're going forward now. You have to look at just being directed by God.
That's
right. We have a lot of conversations like that. And before we leave, can you tell us how God, when you speak on God, how He has given you the vision and how He's leading you into breeding this brand, as He's showing this brotherhood, as brothers can come together and culture can come together at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time, what happens is the brands is developed off of, like I said, what He gives me. So every now and then, sometimes I hadn't figured out I won't say it's hard. They say all you gotta do is talk to God and pray to God. I do that, but sometimes I have to call my aunt, my mom's last sibling, and she had prayer with me. She used to be like, "What's wrong? Something wrong?" I said, "No, I just want you to make sure you pray with me, keep me humble, to understand what's going on." I said, because there's two, which is two words that to me shouldn't go together, but they do, because that's the world, that's the way of life. Rich and famous. You could be famous way before you rich. At the end of the day, either one of those things, sometimes you pay attention to get to those things, sometimes you never accomplish them. But at the end of the day, being famous is one thing where everybody see you and know you, but being able to have riches and the fame to make sure when you long gone, Breakfast Brothers is on autopilot and generations is being taken care of off of what God had me get up every day to go do.
That's so powerful, man. I want to say on behalf of everybody looking at what you got going on, we're super proud of you, man. We look up to you. Thank you for being an inspiration to us. And if y'all haven't done it yet, you got to come to either Arlington, you got to come to Redbird, or at night, you just got to hit up Breakfast Brothers Express right here. Shout out to Maji Pure and all the sponsors and everybody that's been coming to support my big brother, Ricky Booker. We're super proud of you, man. Congratulations.